guys, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm gonna do kind of a first impression on a new foundation that just hit the streets. This is the Catrice HD Liquid Radiance. So I was really intrigued to try this out. I found it when I was in Germany shopping around, so I'm really excited to put this to the test. So this is going to be a first impression on the foundation and a few of the other products, but it's also going to be kind of a weird test because I'm going to come back at the end of the night and we'll see how this held up and what I think about it. So we'll get more of kind of a full first impression. But the other products I'm also going to put on today from Catrice is their Prime and Fine Poreless Blur Primer. This is Goodbye Pore, long-lasting soft focus effect. This was also in the little new stand. So these are both of the new products that I picked up, but of course I had to pick up my favorite, which is the Liquid Camouflage High Coverage Concealer from Catrice. So let's start out with the primer. This is their Prime and Fine Poreless Blur Primer. So this says that Velvet Smooth Primer with soft focus effect makes pores and fine lines invisible. Okay. You said it. You said invisible, so use alone or under makeup for a long-lasting flawless finish. Flawless finish. That was hard. Just gonna take some on the back of my hand. It's a normal kind of like silicone-y. This looks like the Benefit Professional, if you ask me. My pores beforehand. I don't know if you're gonna be able to tell, but yeah, this is my skin before the primer, and I'm now gonna go in and smooth it out. Feels quite thick. Oh no, it does not really have a pleasant scent. And this is where I have my major lines, so it said it would make my lines invisible. We'll see about that, won't we? So that is the primer in. I feel like, yeah, as I said, it feels like any other pore filling primer. I do feel like it gave my skin a little bit of a smoothed effect, but I can't really tell until I put foundation on. So this is the Catrice HD Liquid Radiance Foundation. It states that it has a long wear, smooth glow, and buildable coverage. And to me, when something claims to be a buildable coverage, that just means automatically that this is kind of like sheer. I don't know, we'll see, but that's kind of what I think. And this says that it's a lightweight and moisturizing texture that blends perfectly with the skin and infuses it with a warm glow. Coated pigments provide buildable, long-lasting coverage with a radiant but natural finish, with HD photo finish for a light, scattering soft photos effect. Shake well before use. We'll do that then. I have the color 10 Light Beige. It's definitely very, very liquidy. And it comes in one of these little droppers. So I guess I'm just gonna drop some on my face. Maybe I should take a mirror, just maybe. A little, oop. Yeah, this is definitely liquidy. I'm gonna use my Real Techniques little sponge because it's what I use with pretty much all my foundations. And we'll see how this one blends. Oh wow, it blended out really quickly. Like, I kind of felt like the sponge just ate it all. But I do like that it blends out quickly. That's always a plus in my book. Like foundations that just kind of slides around and feel kind of thick and not easy to blend never gets a plus in my book. So this is nice, but yeah, I can definitely see why it's like a buildable coverage because it's not covering a lot. It's definitely evening out my skin tone. So that is the first layer of foundation. I feel like it looks very, very natural. Very close to my skin color actually, so I'm pretty happy about that, even though it's called light beige. It's very light. I'm happy about that. I don't feel like they have enough shades in their shade range and they should really put out more shades because I could see up to like 5 shades or something, which is not even close to being enough, not even close. This really just has some kind of glow to it, which I'm kind of into, because it does make my skin look kind of healthy and radiant. So yeah, I can see the radiance thing. And actually I feel like it's pretty decent coverage for being such a thin formula and like buildable coverage. I still feel like I got most of the things that I wanted to cover. I am going to put on a little bit more just to see how the buildable coverage is. Like, I want to see if it gets kind of cakey or too heavy or something like that. So we are going to put on another little layer. This is so liquidy. Like, you have to watch out for your clothes while using this, because you could definitely drip something on your clothes. I would probably more recommend you just putting this on kind of a flat surface and then just dipping your beauty blender in there, because dripping it on your face, not safe. I can really see that they could claim to be a buildable coverage, because you could build more and get more of a fuller coverage. So that I do have to agree on, and I can really tell the radiance thing in the foundation. Like, my skin looks glowing. It looks glowing. So I can't really see how people with really oily skin would get on with this foundation. But then again, I feel like people with really oily skin tend to stay away from anything that is like glowing, radiance, like. So I don't think that's anything shocking. But yeah, I felt like it blended out real nice, and I love the color. It's really radiant, so I'm really afraid how it's gonna look like after a few hours. I can just see this all being an oil slick. But I can also tell that it's not that tacky, which I think is a good thing, but it definitely has a little bit of tackiness. So I am gonna set it with powder, and hopefully that will like tone down a little bit of the radiance, but still like give true some kind of radiance looking thing underneath the powder, but still like stay on all day. Right now I'm just going to apply some of the Catrice Liquid Camouflage Concealer, which is my favorite concealer, I think, of all time. Is it? Shit, that's a big claim, but I love this concealer. I have the color 010 Porcelain, and I'm just going to apply a little bit underneath my eyes. Now we'll see how the concealer blends on top of the foundation. I feel like this concealer blends out so nicely on pretty much every foundation though, so just as beautiful as normal. And now I'm just going to do the rest of my makeup, and I'll be right back to let you guys know how everything applied on top, and if I felt like something was like smudging or budging or moving or creasing, I will let you guys know. So you guys, that is my makeup done. The lighting kind of changed when I was gone, so excuse me about that. But yes, so far I'm really into this foundation. I love how it applied. I love how light it feels on my skin. Like, it does not feel like I have foundation on. Everything applied beautifully on top. I did some cream products and some powder products just to like really test it out. But I only did products that I know work well for me, so if they didn't work on this foundation, I would know it's the foundation and not the product. But oh my goodness, I'm really into this, and yeah, the only thing I'm wishing is that it holds up even remotely nice. So right now time is 12:35 in the middle of the day, so I will check back later at night and we'll see how everything held up. So right now, this is a little close-up of the foundation. Right now, I don't feel like there's anything to complain about. I feel like everything applied smoothly, nicely. I'm loving it. And I will be back in a few hours to check back with you guys. But let's just pray this is a good one. It is seriously one of the hottest days of the year. My face is like melting, but yeah, the foundation is still there, but I can see that it's getting a little bit shiny, and it's only 14:40, so I mean a little before 3, but I think it's the heat, man. I am sweating so bad, but Other than that, I feel like this foundation is gorgeous. Like, I've been checking it in different lighting, which I always suggested you with your foundation. Like, check it in every single lighting. I am sweating profusely though, so we need to cut this foundation some slack, because if anything lasts through this, 10 points to Gryffindor. But yeah, I'm gonna go now and finish up a video, and I will talk to you guys later. So it's been almost 7 hours, and that's pretty much all I have in me in wearing this makeup. I just want to go take it off and I want to put on my glasses and just be like lazy. But yeah, as I was kind of afraid of, this whole section of my face is just an oil, well, why am I pointing here? Basically all over. It's just an oil central. Like, my skin is so oily. But the good thing is, like, things still stayed on my face. It just got a little bit too oily and too sweaty for my liking. But then again, this was like the hottest day of the year, so we have to cut it some slack. But I think this foundation would be good for someone with very dry skin, or for me, I think it will be great in wintertime when my skin is kind of a little bit more just dull and boring and a little bit dry. I think this will look very beautiful in the wintertime, so I'm excited to still keep using this. I did like the primer as well, because I felt like my pores, oh my god, I don't even think it's gonna show up in camera how oily it is. Now that I'm looking in the mirror, like, my nose is shiny. But yeah, I did like the primer. I did like it, especially on my pores. Not really, it didn't do much for my wrinkles, but yeah, I do like this foundation. I'm gonna give it a thumbs up, but it's more for, like, I feel like shorter time spans, not like a full heavy 12-hour shift at work. Not really. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and give it a thumbs up if you did, and please hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, so you can be subscribed to my channel. And that is everything. Bye guys.